So the last method that we're going to teach you guys is being able to graph it on Desmos. Now, this is the method that you're probably going to use the most because you do get access to it on the test, and also you guys know how to use Desmos and we've been using it all year. We wanted to show you the other ways because just like we said at the beginning of these videos, is you're going to have to determine which one's the best method. Sometimes you're going to get asked the question, which one is the best method, and graphing is not an option. So you need to know the other methods as well, but when you are solving, you're most likely going to be using graphing and using it with Desmos. So we're going to go over this right now. The example, y equals x squared minus 4x minus 4. So over here, we did a screenshot of what your graph would look like. If you were to type it into Desmos, this is what you should get. So your zeros, remember, is when y is 0, so it's your x value. It's when it crosses right here or touches the x-axis. So when you click on your Desmos, which we'll do on the next couple examples, you'll notice it's these 2 points, and so it's your x value. So it's these two right here. So your zeros would be, for this one, negative 0.828, and then also 4.828. That would be your 2 zeros. And then also for this, you're going to find your y-intercept. So your y-intercept is when x is 0, what is y? Remember, it's also where it crosses your y-axis, which is right here at this point. So 0, negative 4. So your y-intercept is 0, negative 4. Okay? And then now you look at your vertex. Remember, your vertex is your minimum or your maximum on this graph. So if I look over here, it's going down like this, so it's my minimum point. And it will also tell you on your graph when you click it, it's one of the points that you can click. In this case, it is 2, negative 8. Your axis is symmetry. So this is the line that it's right down the middle of the graph, and it's a mirror line pretty much. So what's on one side is the same on the other. It's just reflective over. So you're going to take your vertex, and for your axis of symmetry, you're always going to put x equals every single time. Do not forget your x equals. So you're going to do x equals. You can look at your vertex. Whatever your x value is, that's what it's going to be. So it's going to be x equals 2. So you need to know your vertex in order to know your axis of symmetry. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look now at example 2. So we have the equation y equals x minus 6x plus 9. So what you're going to do first, as you can tell, we don't have the graph over here. So you're going to get out the technology and we're going to go to Desmos. So open up the app or go to desmos.com and then type in the equation x squared minus 6x plus 9. And I have my iPad right here. So I typed in x squared minus 6x plus 9. And then I get my graph. Okay, so then you're going to click on it. And you notice that it has those light gray dots. So you're going to go ahead and click on both of those. So you can see what the coordinate points are. So this is what you should have on your screen. If you do not, double check your equation. Make sure it's exactly like this. And make sure you typed it in correctly. Okay. So then we look at our zeros. So this is when remember up above, when y is 0. In this case, if you notice, it just touches the x-axis once. So there's only one answer. There's not 2 on this case. In this case, it will be 3. So your zeros would be 3. Your y-intercept, remember this is when x is 0, what is y? So look back at your graph. When x is 0, what is y? And it's 9. So it's 0, 9. Your vertex is your minimum or maximum. In this case, it is my minimum, which we've already stated before, was 3, 0. And then remember, your axis of symmetry is just your x value for the vertex. So it's x equals, do not forget the x equals, and you look here, it's 3. Okay? Go ahead and take a look at example 3 real quick. Go ahead and try it on your own for a moment. Pause the video and just try it. Okay, so then we type it into our equation, and it was x squared minus 2x plus 6. So this should be your graph. You can go ahead and click on the 2 right here. Okay, so zeros. So if I look here, does it cross my x-axis? No, it does not. So that means you're going to write no real solutions. Okay? And then you look at your graph again and you look to see where it crosses the y-axis. So it's my y-intercept when x is 0. That's going to be 0, 6. And if you look at your vertex, sometimes it won't be on one of the axes, but they will always give you the vertex as one of the dots. So if I look at it, it's 1, 5. And then remember your axis of symmetry is x equals, and whatever your x value is for the vertex. So x equals 1. And that's all that the graphing is.